Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of esports and pro gamers with the King's avatar. Before we proceed, there are spoilers ahead, so viewers beware. In the world of MMORPG, the game Glory has become a worldwide phenomenon and is currently dominating the esports community. Professional gamers will battle it out in a Glory Pro League to determine the best of the best all over the world. To win the championship, players must rely on their personal strength and team spirit. It's here that we meet our protagonists, EQ and Sumukyu, both aspiring to make a career out of gaming. As the pair talk about gaming, Sumukyu asks EQ to try joining esports competitions. He tells his friend about his dream of becoming a pro gamer, winning the league and holding the 24K Gold Championship trophy. EQ wants to join, but tells his friend that in order to become a pro, you'll have to pay more than what you can imagine, and lots of commitments will tie you down. EQ also explains that he can't be known as a pro gamer in public, otherwise his family will force him to stop. He appreciates what they do for him, and doesn't want to bring dishonor to his family. Sumukyu stays optimistic, and suggests to his friend that maybe his family will understand if they win the league. Back in the internet cafe, the owner asks for an assist from EQ and Sumukyu while playing Glory, saying he needs help in the boss fight. The boys play to win, even calling in a couple of reinforcements in-game. EQ takes the lead and strategizes their play, narrating to his teammates the exact moves he wants them to make. Eventually, his expert strategy enables his team to win. Their mysterious opponent is actually a pro gamer under Liu Liang's team, another esports champion, and both remark at EQ's remarkable tactics. The next day, EQ meets with his brother at the park. EQ tells him he's finally decided to join the league. His brother is surprisingly supportive of his decision, even going so far as to give EQ a black mask to hide his identity in the competition. Sumukyu and his little sister Muchang sees the whole exchange, and Sumukyu reminisces on the time they both met EQ. It was actually during a friendly competition, and Muchang appeared to give her big brother his meal. Sumukyu invites EQ to eat and eventually to live with him and his sister. He even extends a helping hand to EQ and encourages him to apply at the internet cafe he works at. EQ eventually agrees to all of Sumukyu's crazy antics, and now they're best friends. Back in the present, the boys formally decide to build their own team and join the Pro League Championship. The internet cafe owner, Tao, even helps them out in the funding for their training facility and equipment. Tao expresses his support for the two boys and says they should just work hard, do their best, and leave the rest to him. Their team is formed when EQ invites the previous team he worked with during the boss fight, and they finally call their team Excellent Era. During a heavy downpour, the rest of the Excellent Era team finally arrive. Codename Merciless Magic is a young man with high-spirited energy. Codename Claret Shadow Weaver is an introverted guy who has the role of healer for the team, and codename Firmament, a tenacious young woman, introduces herself to everyone else. Finally, EQ's friend, Wu Zufane, codenamed Soaring Storm Cloud, completes the team. With everyone else acquainted, Tao gives them their contracts and asks for their ID. But Sumukyu forgot his and goes back for his ID card at home. However, because of the heavy rainfall, a tree branch got uprooted and hit a nearby car, causing it to swerve and crash into Sumukyu. He is immediately taken to a nearby hospital, but unfortunately doesn't make it out alive. As EQ tries to survive the aftermath of his best friend's death, Tao calls on a meeting to discuss the future of Excellent Era. He tells the team that in order to officially join the championship, they'd need 6 players in total. Now that they're missing one, they'll automatically be disqualified if they can't find a replacement for Sumukyu. Muchang suddenly appears in the training facility, saying that she wants to collect her brother's remaining things, and EQ appears behind her. She addresses the team, saying it was her brother's dream to win the championship, and now it's up to them to live up to his dream. The rest of Excellent Era decide to stay, and now they set off to find a replacement member. When suddenly, a person with the codename Devouring Darkness challenges EQ to an online match after winning several fights in a row. However, EQ wins against him, and this causes Devouring Darkness to join the Excellent Era, finally complete their team. It is now time to finally play in the Championship League. EQ takes the helm and becomes the captain for their debut match. With the signature black mask in place, EQ plays comfortably in front of a huge crowd. The rules of the game are simple. In the first match is an individual competition. Each team selects 3 players to send into the game for 1 versus 1 duels. Whoever is left will advance to the next round, the arena competition. Each team will roll out 3 players at a time, and those who fail to defend themselves will leave the arena until no one is left. When the competition ends, the team with any surviving characters will win. The group competition is a 5 versus 5 battle. Any bench players can substitute a field player during the game via an assist call or can be automatically called up when their teammate is eliminated during the game. The team that manages to eliminate every character of their opponent's team will win the entire game. Team Excellent Era does very well for their first few matches, even emerging as the dark horse for the Championship League. EQ, or Captain One Autumn Leaf, is gaining popularity as the global #1 in Glory Online and is known for never losing a game. Keeping his real identity a secret, he lets his teammates do the interviews instead. Meanwhile, during a presscon, Captain Liu Liang, aka Peaceful Hermit, of the Royal Style team is being interviewed by reporters. As it turns out, Royal Style will confront Excellent Era in the next round, and reporters are asking what Liu's thoughts are in their upcoming match. Liu comments that although Excellent Era is a team of strong people, Royal Style is infinitely stronger. The game is on between Royal Style and Excellent Era, with Royal Style taking the lead for the individual competition and arena competition. The stakes are high as the group competition is now at hand, and after losing 4 members on each side, both teams are at a stalemate. EQ and Liu Liang go all out on a 1-on-1, and EQ leads Liu Liang to a trap, enabling EQ to land a hit on the opposing team's captain. As Devouring Darkness is fighting his own 1-on-1, EQ is hit, making his HP dwindle to an all-time low. He directs Devouring Darkness to hit Peaceful Hermit, thinking that he has a blind spot. However, it was all a ruse to lead EQ to a trap, which eliminates his character out of the game. Meanwhile, Peaceful Hermit strikes Devouring Darkness in 1 blow, effectively ending the game. Royal Style wins, and Liu Liang takes home the MVP of the game. EQ is confronted by Guo Minju, aka Burning Boat, Liu Liang's second-in-command, after the match. EQ asks Yule why he changed his account, and Yule responds that when Liu Liang joined the team, he didn't have a glory account. Yule then gave his own account name Peaceful Hermit to him because it suits him best. Yule then tells EQ to train Devouring Darkness well, as he used to be in their youth team before getting kicked out. EQ heads back to the team room for a debriefing, where he finds the rest of the team starting to get into a heated argument. Devouring Darkness leaves the team room, and EQ tries to diffuse the tension by bringing food to the table and tells them to push through to the next game. The next day, Tao calls on EQ to tell him that Excellent Era has gained quite the traction during the league, and now a lot of elite players want to come join them. Tao asks him to pick a couple of players quickly, in case Devouring Darkness quits the team. The boy overhears this conversation and is considerably upset, leading him to quit the team and walk out of the building. EQ tells Tao that he doesn't want to replace the young man, saying that they need his tenacity now more than ever and refuses to take in any other player. EQ is immediately on damage control duty and coaxes the rest of the team to have more patience in dealing with the boy. As winter break comes to a close, the Pro League Championship begins again. Both Excellent Era and Royal Style advance to the finals, but Excellent Era is still missing 1 team member. Fortunately, EQ plays into the competitive spirit of Devouring Darkness and convinces him to join the team again in the hopes of beating him in the future. However, Devouring Darkness doesn't appear during the final game. Still, the championship begins, and the team members are introduced to the public. Elsewhere, Muchain loads up the account her brother made for her. Dancing Rain appears, immediately saying that she's always there, which leads Machang to cry at the simple remembrance from her brother. Machang runs to the arena in the hopes of catching the final match. Meanwhile, Excellent Era is still missing a member, and they're feeling the pressure right now. EQ manages to calm the team down just before they begin the group competition. Royal Style has the upper hand, but Excellent Era holds out on their defenses, luring the opponents to a trap. The pillars in the game are destroyed, hitting several of Royal Style's characters, including team captain Peaceful Hermit. Both captains are now separated from their teams, fighting alone against each of the opposing forces. Devouring Darkness suddenly arrives in the nick of time. Now complete, Excellent Era goes full force against Royal Style, with Devouring Darkness confronting Peaceful Hermit, enabling his teammates to capture the captain. The opponents retaliate with a fierce blow, thanks to Burning Boat, and now both teams are at a stalemate again. EQ attacks with a whopping 480 plus attacks per minute, and combos that with his impressive in-game tactics, though his HP and NP have dropped low because of this. Meanwhile, the rest of Excellent Era battle Peaceful Hermit, but are quickly incapacitated, and their HP now has gone down a dangerously low level. EQ continues with his combos in the hopes of activating Warrior's Will, the secret attack of his character. He takes out one of Royal Style's players, but gets trapped in game. EQ directs his teammates in one last final play, saying that they cannot risk open battle at this point. Each player goes all out with their own battles, with Excellent Era gaining momentum after a while. With both teams losing players left and right, EQ gains enough hits to activate Warrior's Will. Now the last men standing, Liu Liang and EQ go toe-to-toe in one last epic battle for the championship. With both players having 2% HP left, EQ manages to stop Liu Liang's attack and deals one final blow to the infamous Royal Style captain. Excellent Era wins the league, earning the title of first champions of the Glory League competition. And that concludes the epic story of the Kane's Avatar. Thank you all for watching, and if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below on your thoughts about the movie. Until next time,